Hi everyone, this is Miss Longley, and today we are going to learn about forces of evolution. We're covering objective number 13 today, and we're going to be answering the question, how do we know if a population is evolving or not? So we're going to take a look at the rock pocket mouse population again, and what I want you to notice here in this table is we can see 4 generations are present. So we're going to pretend that a field biologist went out into the field and they were collecting data, let's say DNA samples of a sample from this population, and they noted that in the first generation, 29% of the gene pool consisted of the dark fur alleles, and 71% contained the light fur alleles. So as a result, what we can see from right here, majority of the gene pool is containing that light fur allele. And we can see that from generation 2, 3, and 4, it pretty much stays the same. So from generations 1 through 4, this tells the field biologist that the rock pocket mouse population is stable. What we can take away from that is that this population is not evolving because the allele frequencies that we see above here in that table, they stay the same across the generations. So we have something that's called Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. So what I want you to do is kind of pay attention to generation 1 and generation 4 here. So we have evidence that suggests that the allele frequencies have remained the same from one generation to the next, and that gives us the reasoning that the population is not evolving. Therefore, we can say that this population is stable, and that could be a really good thing. What Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium means is that when a population is in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, for a gene, so for this example, we're looking at the fur color of these rock pocket mice, we can see that it is not evolving and the allele frequencies will stay the same across the generations. So we're at equilibrium. That just means that the population is not changing. It's staying stable. So let's pretend, though, that all of a sudden there was a change in the environment, and so with the rock pocket mouse population, we have some predators that are putting pressure on these mice to camouflage. And so let's take a look at this using Veer to kind of apply the situation. So our variation here, we got some light mice that have the light fur, and we have some dark fur mice as well. So there's our variation. The letter E stands for the lava rock. Remember, lava rock is now made this entire environment very dark. We also have some predators above that are hunting for mice. And as a result, what we're noticing is that the dark mice can camouflage better than the light mice. So that is the advantage. The light mice are now becoming lunch or dinner because they are unable to camouflage with the lava rock that is beneath them. So as a result, with the end part for Veer, our reproduction, several generations are later going to result in more and more dark mice. So that means that we're going to see a flip in the gene pool where we're going to see a lot more dark fur color alleles. So as a result, when we look at the percentage of alleles in this population, as you can see in these pictures here, I have like capital F is dark fur, lowercase f is light fur. We're going to see a change. By the 7th generation, we're only going to see about 66% of the gene pool is going to have the dark fur alleles, and our light fur has actually gone down. It's now at 33%. So let's put this together back in that table. So here's our table again. As you can see, we've added generations 5, 6, and 7, and this tells us that Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is broken. We are no longer at a stable population because these alleles that you see in this table are different. They're changing. So generations 5 and 7 tell us that the rock pocket mouse population is changing. This means that the population is evolving because the allele frequencies are different from each generation. And as you can see with 5, 6, and 7, we're starting to see a trend here, but they're different with each generation. So that tells us something is evolving that's causing this population to change. So our trend here, we're starting to see more and more dark fur alleles starting to increase. The percentage of light fur alleles is actually going down. It's decreasing. So what we're going to be looking at is what causes a population to evolve. So there are 5 evolutionary forces. We're going to take a look at those. So join me in the next screencast and we'll cover them. Thanks for watching.